No one is above the law. And that I pursue cases based on evidence, based on facts, and based on an analysis of the law. And that the politics stop at my door. He will not evade us. He will not stop us from investigating and to ensuring that individuals, no matter what title they hold, are following the law. And I'm confident that we will win.
So the judge is saying that Donald Trump, his son Don Jr., and Ivanka Trump all have to sit for a deposition. This deposition must be completed within 21 days. Now, the judge also, there's this one line in the opinion which kind of gets at the heart of this. He says, in the final analysis, a state attorney general commences investigating a business entity, uncovers copious evidence of possible financial fraud, and wants to question under oath several of the entity's principals, including its namesake. She has the clear right to do so. So the judge saying, across the board that Trump and his kids are going to have to come in.
Last week, the huge, if unsurprising news finally broke that Donald Trump, Don Jr., and Ivanka must comply with the subpoenas leveled at them from the New York Attorney General, Letitia James's office. This news is the latest in what is rapidly becoming a story not about if the Trumps will be indicted, but when. Former U.S. Army prosecutor Glenn Kirshner predicted that former President Donald Trump, quote, will be indicted, asserting that his days are numbered. This brings up a lot of the nitty-gritty details we should get into, namely what happens to Don Jr. and Ivanka. So if Donald Trump ultimately fails to appeal to the judge's ruling, i.e. not complying with the subpoenas, the former president, Ivanka, and Trump Jr. must sit for a deposition hearing by March 3rd. And let's remind ourselves, this isn't the only legal trouble the family is facing. Trump is under investigation in New York for business fraud, in Georgia for election fraud, and in Washington for inciting a possible riot in his effort to overturn his election defeat last year. Despite all of that, Trump will be whipping crowds into a frenzy at his appearance at CPAC this week. It'll be fascinating to see what he says, although I think at this point it won't be surprising. Trump slammed the judge's ruling in a Thursday statement, saying that, quote, the targeting of a president of the United States who got more votes while in office than any president in history by far, and is a person that the radical left Democrats don't want to run again, represents an unconstitutional attack on our country, and the people will not allow this travesty of justice to happen. He goes on, it is a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in history. Okay, Letitia James was not mincing any words when she singled out Ivanka as a primary contact for the Trump organization's biggest lender, Deutsche Bank, and called her out for allegedly, quote, causing misleading financial statements to be submitted to the bank and the federal government. Trump Jr. is also very heavily in the crossfires, as the Attorney General believes that he also had authority over numerous financial statements containing misleading asset valuations. Wherever we go from here, it certainly is not looking good for the Trumps. And let's remember, Trump is widely considered to be running for the presidency in 2024. So this case is rapidly becoming one not just about a former president's crimes, but a 2024 frontrunner's crimes. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.